If you would like to get this month's crystal reading for your sign for download and purchase, please click on the Vimeo link below this video in the Show More section, or visit my website, theluckymermaid.com, and the links for these videos are posted on the most recent video page. Please be sure to check out my other psychic readings for each zodiac sign I have available there as well. Thank you so much. Wish you many blessings and peace.
Hi Cancer, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for March 2017. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Ascendant, and Cancer Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Cancer, now on to your reading for March 2017. The first card you have that shows up here is Temperance, which to me means patience. You may have to have patience about some situation in your life. It could also mean God is working through you with what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. I really feel that you are going to be feeling in March like you have the ability to change your world or the world at large, and you're going to do it. Some of you are making some big plans, and big plans to travel. If you live in the United States, you may be going to Seattle, some of you, because that does come up. But let's just put it this way. You may live on one side of the country you live in and going to the complete other side of the country you live in for some of you. This is going to bring you affluence, or a new agenda is opening up for you. So you might be going to move, or this could be some opportunity is coming up for a new job, and maybe you're going to relocate, or this could be a new connection happening. Could even be a new love connection, but I just get that whatever changes are going on are going to bring in a lot of positive experience and new positive energy into your life. Some of you may have some big project or big task that you're being faced with, and you may have to dissect it down into little bite-sized portions and bites. It could be something your job is giving you to do. Like maybe there's some monumentous task, and it's going to involve you going through piles and piles of paperwork or files, or entering things on computers, or researching something, and it may seem so unbelievable and overwhelming to you, and you maybe are like, you know what, I can't look at this as a big project or on the big, picture. I need to break it down and deal with it in pieces. I also see that. I feel that some of you are feeling better than you have for a while. Maybe you had some kind of illness going on in, the past month or couple of years, or could just be recently. But I do feel you are feeling better. It could be just feeling better in general. Maybe you feel like, wow, finally my life has turned a corner, and I feel like I can see some positive things coming in. I also feel if you're at work, there's new adjustments you're going to make, because I get people are changing jobs. People are changing positions. You could have a lot of people at work getting shuffled around. They used to do this, now they're over there doing that. New people could be coming in that didn't work there before. So that could be shuffling people around too. So I see that for you for March. If you've been waiting on some kind of news about something, whatever it is, You're finally going to get it in March. If you've been waiting to hear if you get a promotion, you're going to hear it. You're going to get it. If you've been waiting to hear who's going to come in, you're going to hear it. You're going to get it. If you've been waiting to hear some news about somebody in your family or a love relationship, it doesn't matter what, but it's news you would have been waiting for. Maybe you've been waiting for to hear if you passed the bar exam, if you got that new job, if you how your finals were in something. You're going to get the news you've been waiting for in March. Here you have Judgment next, which is, what do we think about a situation? How does it affect all of us? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down? How are we all affected by it? To me, it's usually about a particular situation. I really do feel you're going to get something that you've been waiting for. If you've been waiting to get engaged, you're going to get the engagement ring. Or if you've been waiting to hear that you're getting that new property or new house, or they accepting your offer, you're going to get it. If you've applied for a higher up position in your company, you're going to hear you're going to get it. I feel you get awarded something that you wanted. Maybe you had a lawsuit going and you're like, what's the judgment going to be? Is it going to go in my favor, or is it going to go in the other person's favor? You're going to hear it's going to go in your favor. That's what comes up here with Judgment. I feel some of you are going to move. I feel you're either going to take some big trip or you're going to move. And I feel some of you, you may have been thinking about moving for a while. I'm not sure that this is like a surprise, but I do feel that some of you are going to be moving. It doesn't mean you're moving in March. Some of you will be, but it could also mean that finally the plan is made, that I know now I am going to move. Maybe you know where you're going to go, but you may not be making the move in March. But some of you, I do feel, will be. I see new opportunities coming in here for your family to grow and change. Some of you may be thinking of having more children. That's possible. Maybe you're going to do that after you move, or maybe you're moving to a bigger place because you know you're going to have more kids, and the place you're in now, it's just not big enough to support that. So having more children, or something that's good and blessing to your family and your family expanding, comes up here. Maybe you're going to adopt children, or maybe you have a child that's going to give birth and you're going to have a grandchild, and maybe they're going to move in with you for a while. I mean, it could be that also. You're reaping some benefit, or some financial gain is coming to you. If you applied for a grant, a loan, or you lent money out to somebody, they could be paying you back. You could be getting the grant. You could be getting the loan. You could be getting the raise. I get you getting money coming to you. I really feel like you're getting on with your life in some way. Selling something, buying something new. For some of you, this is a property. If you're not selling something to buy something new, you could just be selling off personal property, but I still feel that some of you are moving or going somewhere where you're going to be buying something new. You may be called to report on something. Maybe your boss is going to ask you to come in and make a big presentation, or maybe there's a court case and you're going to get called to be a witness. I don't know, but I also get that some of you Cancers have to report on something. So think about that, Cancer. Now you have, this is the only, I don't like this card for you. You have some good cards here, but have to see why it's here. Nine of Swords. This is grieving over the loss of a love relationship. You could have broken up with somebody and you could be feeling heartbroken over it. This could be you grieving the loss of somebody had passed away. This could also be you not feeling well, or you worried and sad over somebody connected to you not feeling well. It could also be sleepless nights or bad dreams. It can also mean that. I do feel that some of you Cancers feel like somebody I wanted in my life doesn't want me in their life. But this could have already happened. It doesn't, some of you it could be happening now, but some of you it could have happened in the past, and these emotions are getting dug up in you, or like maybe you ran into them, or maybe you heard they got married, or maybe there's some news you got about them that now it's like stirring these things up. For some of you, it could be a breakup, but it really feels to me like you're thinking about, I really wanted them, they didn't really want me in their life. That's what I'm hearing. Like I said, some of you this has already occurred, some of you this could be happening. I feel that either now or in your past, this is like talking about your ego getting a hit, your ego getting bruised or getting a hit. Again, I'm not so convinced that this is happening for you in March. Some of you it is, but some of you it's just getting dug up again for some reason. I feel like some of you had some real plans in the past where you wanted your life to go on this one pathway and to be perfect, and it got derailed and it took a different trajectory. Does not mean that the new path didn't work out better or isn't better for you in the long run. It just is like, I see, like, I've got this plan, I want it to be perfect, this is the way my life is going, and then I feel like it was a detour and it got derailed. But again, I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not convinced that it isn't better, that it went the way that it did. You may not think that, or maybe didn't think that at the time, but in the long run, when you're 95 years old and you're going back and looking at your life and thinking, what are all the things that happened in my life? You may see that it actually worked out better. Some of you may feel like I'm coming to a point of closure or ending where I need to break up with somebody. So some of you maybe you found out that somebody you were into is secretive and seeing somebody else on the side, or you don't really trust them, or you found out that they did something you don't approve of in whatever way. It doesn't have to be cheating, could be other things, could be that they did something with money inappropriately, or they took advantage of somebody else and you don't approve of what they did, and you may come to the point where you're thinking, I need to break up with them. For some of you, it's you coming to the conclusion that the person you thought they turned out that they weren't, and that you needed to break up or end the relationship yourself. Again, I'm going to say it again. Some of you Cancers, this has already happened and you're reviewing it, and some of you it's now. So the next card you have here, which is interesting, you have the Lover's card. And this card can symbolize to me two people that are intertwined with each other in a sexual chemistry kind of relationship. You could have love. It's not always love, but sometimes it's love. There's usually empathy between these two, where you're in tune with each other. You understand each other's needs. You could have a lot of compassion for each other. And there's an angel in the card over top of the couple that's either blessing the couple or causing interference for the couple. I do feel that some of you, a friendship relationship is turning into a romance, or you have a romance developing. There is a lot of sensuality and sexuality and chemistry in this relationship. It's undeniable. I do feel that it's going to be a big relationship for you, because I see you mapping out and planning out your future together. So if you're single, if you go through a breakup and you're single, this is somebody new coming in, I feel, for most of you. I feel some of you lingered in a relationship in your past too long. You stayed in it too long, and it wasn't healthy for you. Or you may end up feeling like, you know what, I wasted a lot of time in that relationship. You're going to be getting along really, really, really swimmingly with someone. Some of you, maybe you've already met them. Some of you may be already in the relationship. You may be dating them. It may have already started. But for others of you, if you haven't met them yet, then they're coming in. And then this is what I believe will transpire for you in the next 5 to 6 months in 2017. I see you cashing in some, if you have stocks, you're cashing it in, or other objects you could sell and cash in for cash. And I get you, or like IRAs or any kind of savings, and buying a place together. I see you moving in together, buying a place together. This is somebody I really feel very strongly that you will be having a life together. You could have undercurrents of turbulence in this relationship. That could be maybe family members don't approve, or maybe you were with somebody else and you had kids with them, and they were with somebody else and they had kids with them, and now you've got to join everybody together, and maybe the kids are like not happy about it. I do pick up some kind of undercurrent of turbulence here. It could be maybe you work together and people at work can't know about it, or bosses wouldn't approve. Like there's some underlying turbulence here in this relationship, but I don't feel it's between the two of you with each other, because I feel like you're intertwined, you're meant to be. You have strong sexual chemistry and love there, and your plans are going to move forward, but I do feel that there is some element of disruption or turbulence under the surface that to me really feel like it's being caused by other people, family members, co-workers, exes, kids, whatever. So the last card you have here, this is odd. You had like a kind of little up and down of a reading here for March. You have Eight of Swords. Now, Eight of Swords is a card to me that can be trapped in emotional prison. You could be feeling trapped about something emotionally and not have all the information. There could be unknown forces, unknown factors, secrets being kept from you even. Or this could be you being trapped in a situation and not seeing how to get out of it. Or it could be both. All of those things. I really feel like you're trying to get your life in order, trying to get your life started, get something in motion, and you may be feeling like, what is it going to take? What do I need to do to get this going, to get this started, to make this jump, this leap, this push, this thing to happen in my life? I feel that some of you are saying, I've rested on my laurels too long. What do I need to do to get this going? Like, I've idled too long, or I've been in this situation too long, and now I need to get out of it. Maybe you feel like you've been in a job too long that is going nowhere for you, and there's no room for advancement or improvement or no pay raises or whatever, and maybe you feel like, you know what, I've lingered here too long, I have to get out of it. Or maybe you live at home with your family and you're like, you know what, I think I've lived with my family too long, I need to get out of here, and I got to make some kind of moves to get on with my life and be more independent. Or maybe it's a love relationship you lingered in too long, you stayed. That did come up earlier in the cards, so maybe this is coming up for those of you Cancers that are like, this relationship is holding me down, I'm spinning my wheels, I need to get out of it, I need to move forward. It's that kind of energy I'm picking up here, but you know what? It's a general reading, Cancer, so all of these messages here are not going to make sense to all of you, and as I always say, if these messages in this reading is not making sense to you for March of 2017, please watch your rising sign and or your moon sign. I have people that write me all the time that say, oh my God, my sun sign didn't make sense, and I went and listened to my rising sign and it was dead on, or my rising sign and my moon sign had the messages that made sense to me, but my sun sign didn't. It could be happening to you, Cancer, so make sure you check that out. I feel like some of you Cancers are going through what I'm going to call a trauma and release program. Like, you've had trauma, now you have to release it. Wherever the trauma came for you, this is showing you, I've got to get out of that. I've got to release it. Maybe you need therapy. Maybe you need spiritual counseling. Maybe you just need a friend to talk to lend an ear and give you advice. Maybe you need to do some kind of spiritual practices of releasing. But I get you, like, you needing to get out of something, get away from it. Some of you, it's a bad relationship. Some of you, it's a bad job. Some of you, it's a family situation that you've been in too long, you need to get out of. I do really, even though it's coming up, is here in March, I feel like you're going to do it in March. You're going to get out of it in March. And for some of you, timing is not the same for all of you. Timing is going to be different for all of you. But I feel like it's either March, April, or May, or March or April. I do feel like you are going to be getting out of it. some of you may be worried because this is going to take a big toll on your financial situation. Your pocketbook or wallet might be taking a hit to make this change, to make this shift, to get out of it. But you know what? Sometimes it's worth the risk, because then you take the chance and then the universe opens up some kind of other blessings or opportunities for you that then make it not such a risk after all in the long run. I get some of you may have too much fear that there's too much jeopardy to make a change or a step. And I feel that you are feeling a little clouded, like I can't see clearly what's the right direction or step for me to take. So my recommendation to you would be to get counseling or to talk to somebody that can give you some really good, strong, sound advice, or to get some spiritual counseling to help you make this decision, because I do feel you have some decisions you have to make, and I'm not sure you're seeing, you feel real secure, because you feel like you're clouded. There's something clouded about it for you. So I hope this reading was of help to you. I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. Please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my videos here on YouTube, and I have started to add more videos each month of psychic crystal readings for the new moons, the full moons, and the eclipses. So you want to make sure to check those out, because you never know what messages are coming to you from the crystal. And speaking of the crystal, if you're interested in getting a continuation of this reading, Cancer, where I look into my crystal to get additional messages for you from my spirit guides, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for March 2017 crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu. It's a drop-down menu. Go to page 9, and there you will see the headings for March's crystal readings. You just click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I wish you a marvelous month of March, Cancer, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.